They say you can't take it with you, but for some legends, their influence only grows stronger when they are gone. Time moves forward, yet their voices and stories remain frozen in our hearts, shaping who we are. Here at Celebrity Tribute Hub, we honor the icons whose legacies and fortunes continue to soar. These are the stars who never truly faded away. The King of Pop was more than just a performer. He was a global phenomenon who redefined music, dance, and celebrity for generations. Michael Jackson captivated the world with masterpieces like Thriller and The Moonwalk, creating a spectacle that no entertainer has ever matched since. On June 25, 2009, at age 50, we lost him to cardiac arrest caused by acute propofol intoxication, a day the world stood still in stunned silence. Even now, his estate generates over $600 million recently through the historic sale of catalog rights to Sony and the success of MJ the Musical. His massive continued earnings prove that while the man is gone, the magic he created is truly immortal. He remains the rhythm that beats in the heart of pop culture forever. A master of language and mythology, J.R.R. Tolkien crafted entire universes that have become the absolute bedrock of modern fantasy literature. His boundless imagination gave us The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, stories of courage and friendship that resonate just as deeply today as when they were written. He passed away on September 2, 1973, at 81 from pneumonia, leaving behind a literary treasure trove that changed the world. In 2022 alone, his estate earned a staggering $500 million from the sale of Middle-earth Enterprises, proving the immense value of his creation. We return to the Shire time and again because his words offer an escape we all desperately need. His legacy is a reminder that even the smallest person can change the course of the future. Kobe Bryant was a warrior on the court, and an inspiration off it, embodying the Mamba mentality that taught us to never ever give up. As a Los Angeles Laker, he delivered 5 championships in moments of sheer brilliance that turned the game of basketball into an art form. The world shattered on January 26, 2020, when he died at just 41 in a tragic helicopter crash, taking a bright light from us far too soon. His business acumen was as sharp as his game, with his estate earning $400 million in 2022 from the sale of his body armor stake. Kobe remains a symbol of excellence, reminding us that drive and passion can build a legacy that lasts forever. He taught us that the job is never finished until the final buzzer sounds. With a voice that could reach the heavens and a stage presence that commanded millions, Freddie Mercury was the ultimate rock god. As the frontman of Queen, he gave us anthems like Bohemian Rhapsody and We Are the Champions, songs that are woven into the very fabric of our lives. We lost this unparalleled talent on November 24, 1991, at age 45, due to bronchopneumonia resulting from AIDS, leaving a void in music that can never be filled. His enduring power is clear, with his estate earning $250 million recently from Queen's massive catalog sale and biopic residuals. Freddie's show goes on, proving that true talent never bows out, it only echoes louder through time. He was a champion of the world, and he always will be. David Bowie was the chameleon of rock, a visionary who taught us that it was okay to be different and to constantly reinvent ourselves. From Ziggy Stardust to Let's Dance, he pushed artistic boundaries and created a soundtrack for the outliers and the dreamers. He quietly slipped away on January 10, 2016, at age 69 after a private battle with liver cancer, turning his final days into his last piece of art. His genius is still valued immensely, with his estate generating $250 million recently through the sale of his publishing catalog to Warner Chappell. The starman may have returned to the sky, but his sparkle remains here, guiding us to be our authentic selves. He showed us that we can be heroes, even if just for one day. The quiet architect behind the atmospheric soundscapes of Pink Floyd, Richard Wright, was essential to the band's emotional and sonic depth. His keyboards and vocals on masterpieces like The Dark Side of the Moon and Wish You Were Here provided the haunting beauty that defined an era of rock. He passed away on September 15, 2008, at age 65 from lung cancer, silencing a pivotal voice in music history. Recently, his estate saw an inflow of $81 million following the sale of Pink Floyd's catalog and likeness rights to Sony. Wright's contributions ensure that the great gig in the sky continues to play for new generations of listeners. His music floats on, a gentle reminder of the brilliance of understated genius. Syd Barrett was the original diamond, the founding creative force behind Pink Floyd, whose psychedelic vision launched a musical revolution. He penned the whimsical and surreal tracks on the Piper at the Gates of Dawn, leaving an indelible mark on British rock before retreating from the spotlight. On July 7, 2006, at age 60, he died of pancreatic cancer, leaving behind a mythos that has intrigued fans for decades. Like Wright, his estate recently earned $81 million from the historic Sony rights deal, a testament to his lasting influence. Sid shines on, a reminder of the fragile brilliance that sparked one of the greatest bands in history. We still wish you were here, Sid, painting pictures with sound. Christopher Wallace, known as the Notorious B.I.G., was a lyrical genius whose storytelling ability brought the streets of Brooklyn to vivid life. With albums like Ready to Die, he dominated the rap game, influencing countless artists with his smooth flow and undeniable charisma. Tragically, his life was cut short on March 9, 1997, at just 24 years old due to gunshot wounds in a still painful homicide. His impact has only grown, with his estate recently securing $80 million from the sale of his publishing and master recordings. Biggie's words continue to hypnotize the world, proving that true greatness transcends even the shortest of lives. He remains the King of New York, an icon who will never be forgotten. Theodore Geisel, better known as Dr. Seuss, was the beloved author who taught us to read and to care for our world through rhyme. His whimsical classics like The Cat in the Hat and Green Eggs and Ham have sparked the imaginations of children and adults alike for decades. He passed away on September 24, 1991, at age 87 from oral cancer. But his colorful characters have never left us. Today his estate earns $75 million annually through book licensing and Universal Studios theme park deals. He left us a world of wonder, reminding us that a person's a person, no matter how small. His legacy is one of joy, ensuring that fun is good. Elvis Presley was the king of rock and roll, a cultural force who shook up the world with his hips, his voice, and his heart. From Jailhouse Rock to his spectacular Las Vegas residencies, he changed the trajectory of music and became the ultimate symbol of American stardom. On August 16, 1977, at only 42, he died of cardiac arrest, a loss that sent shockwaves around the globe that are felt to this day. His empire remains vast, earning $50 million recently through Graceland ticket sales and extensive merchandise. Elvis has never truly left the building. He lives on in the music that still makes us want to dance. He remains the undisputed king, forever capturing our minds. Rick Ocasek was the cool, enigmatic frontman of the Cars who seamlessly bridged the gap between new wave cool and classic pop hooks. With his signature sunglasses and unique voice, he gave us driving anthems like Just What I Needed and the hauntingly beautiful Ballad Drive. He passed away on September 15, 2019, at the age of 75 from hypertensive and atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease, marking the end of a pivotal era in rock. His influence remains incredibly valuable, with his estate recently generating $45 million following the sale of his publishing rights to Primary Wave. Rick's music continues to cruise down the highways of our memories, proving that true style and great songwriting never go out of fashion. He remains the heartbeat of the new wave revolution. A musical virtuoso who could play every instrument and sing every note with soul-shattering intensity, Prince was a genre unto himself. From the cinematic grandeur of Purple Rain to the funk revolution of 1999, he redefined what it meant to be an artist, blending rock, pop, and gospel into perfection. On April 21, 2016, the world lost his genius at just 57 to an accidental fentanyl overdose, a tragedy that turned the world a shade of purple in mourning. His legacy is thriving, earning $35 million recently through master recordings and naming rights, ensuring his Paisley kingdom endures. Prince was not just a musician, he was a force of nature who taught us to embrace our own individuality. Nothing compares to him, even now. Charles "Sparky" Schulz was the gentle soul who gave the world Peanuts, creating a universe of characters that reflected our own insecurities and joys. Through Charlie Brown's resilience and Snoopy's boundless imagination, he brought warmth and humor to the funny pages for nearly 50 years. He passed away on February 12, 2000. At age 77 from colon cancer, the very night before his final strip was published, a poetic end to a dedicated life. His creations remain a massive empire, earning $30 million recently through Apple TV deals and holiday merchandise that keeps the tradition alive. Schulz taught us that happiness is a warm puppy, and his legacy continues to comfort us like a security blanket. Possessing a voice once in a generation, Whitney Houston was simply the voice. A powerhouse who could turn a song into a spiritual experience. Her rendition of I Will Always Love You stands as one of the greatest vocal performances in history, cementing her status as a global superstar. We lost her tragic brilliance on February 11, 2012, at age 48 due to accidental drowning complicated by heart disease, a loss that silenced a melody the world adored. Her star still shines bright, earning $30 million from her biopic, Las Vegas Gaming, and endless streams of her classics. Whitney's music remains the soundtrack to our deepest emotions, proving that we will always love her. She is the queen of the night, forever. Matthew Perry was the friend we all wished we had, a comedic genius whose quick wit and sarcastic timing defined a generation. As Chandler Bing on Friends, he used humor as a shield, making us laugh while masking his own profound struggles, endearing him to millions forever. He passed away suddenly on October 28, 2023, at age 54 from the acute effects of ketamine, leaving the world heartbroken for the man behind the laughter. His memoir and enduring royalties earned his estate $18 million recently, a testament to how deeply he connected with audiences worldwide. Matthew taught us that it's okay to not be okay, and his legacy is one of laughter, love, and honesty. He will always be there for us on screen. John Lennon was a dreamer who dared to imagine a world without borders. A musical revolutionary who evolved from a Beatle to a global icon of peace. With Imagine, he gave humanity an anthem of hope, challenging us to look beyond our differences and come together as one people. His life was stolen in a senseless act of violence on December 8, 1980, at age 40, but his vision was indestructible. His estate earned $17 million recently, bolstered by Beatles royalties and the miraculous AI-assisted track Now and Then. John's voice still echoes through time, urging us to give peace a chance. He may be gone, but his dream is very much alive in all of us. Gerard Higgins, known as Juice WRLD, was a voice for a generation grappling with heartbreak and anxiety, blending emo rap with raw, unfiltered vulnerability. His breakout hit Lucid Dreams resonated deeply with young fans, speaking to pain in a way that felt immediate and real. Tragically, he died on December 8, 2019, at just 21 from an accidental overdose. A bright spark extinguished before it could fully ignite. His music remains a massive force, earning $15 million recently as his loyal fanbase keeps his memory alive through billions of streams. Juice WRLD showed the world that legends never die, they just live on in the lyrics they leave behind. He remains a guiding spirit for the broken-hearted. James Brown was the godfather of soul, a dynamo of energy who worked harder than anyone else in show business to revolutionize funk and R&B. With grunts, screams, and fancy footwork in hits like I Got You, I Feel Good, he laid the foundation for hip-hop and modern dance music. He passed away on Christmas Day, December 25, 2006, at age 73 from congestive heart failure, leaving the stage for the final time. His influence pays on, with his estate earning $15 million recently following the sale of his music assets to Primary Wave. James Brown didn't just play music, he felt it, and he made sure we felt it too. His soul power is still unmatched. Jimmy Buffett created more than just music. He created a state of mind, inviting us all to escape to Margaritaville where the sun always shines. His laid-back island tunes and storytelling built a lifestyle empire of resorts and restaurants that celebrated the joy of taking it easy. He sailed away on September 1, 2023, at age 76 after a battle with Merkel cell skin cancer, leaving his parrot heads raising a glass in his honor. His brand remains a powerhouse, earning $14 million recently, proving that his philosophy of relaxation is a serious business. Jimmy taught us to enjoy the moment and find our own paradise. His legacy is a permanent vacation for the soul. George Harrison was known as the Quiet Beatle, but his contribution to music spoke volumes, blending rock with deep spiritualism. As the soul of the band, he penned timeless masterpieces like Here Comes the Sun and While My Guitar Gently Weeps, bringing a meditative beauty to the world. He passed away on November 29, 2001, at age 58, after a battle with lung cancer, leaving a void where his gentle wisdom used to be. His estate remains a powerhouse, earning up to $12 million annually from Beatles royalties and the Cirque du Soleil show Love. George taught us that life flows on within you and without you. His music remains a spiritual guide, reminding us that all things must pass, but love endures. Arnold Palmer was more than a golfer, he was the king, a charismatic icon who took golf from the country clubs to the living rooms of everyday people. With his aggressive playing style and magnetic personality, he built Arnie's army of loyal fans and revolutionized sports marketing forever. He played his final round on September 25, 2016, dying at age 87 from heart complications, but his brand has never been stronger. Earning $10 million annually through his signature Arizona beverage and apparel, his name is still synonymous with refreshment and class. Arnold Palmer showed us that character counts just as much as talent. He remains the gold standard of sportsmanship and cool. Marilyn Monroe was the ultimate blonde bombshell, a screen legend whose blend of vulnerability and sensuality captivated the entire world. In films like Some Like It Hot and Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, she lit up the screen, masking a complicated and often tragic personal life. She left us in shock on August 5, 1962, at just 36, due to a barbiturate overdose, freezing her image as an eternal symbol of beauty. Her estate generates up to $10 million a year through Authentic Brands Group licensing, proving her face is still the most recognizable in Hollywood history. Marilyn remains a candle in the wind, a star who burned too brightly but whose glow never truly fades. Steve McQueen was the king of cool, the anti-hero who defined masculinity with a rugged charm that didn't need words to command attention. Whether chasing down bad guys in Bullitt or planning the great escape, he lived life in the fast lane, both on and off the screen. He passed away on November 7, 1980, at age 50 from cardiac arrest following cancer surgery. But his rebellious spirit drives on. His estate earns $7 million annually by licensing his image to brands like Tag Heuer and Porsche, cementing his status as a timeless style icon. McQueen taught us that actions speak louder than words. He remains the ultimate symbol of grit and determination. Luther Vandross possessed a voice of pure velvet, a soulful tenor that could melt hearts and turn any lyric into a declaration of love. With ballads like Dance with My Father and Here and Now, he set the standard for modern R&B, earning the adoration of millions. He died on July 1, 2005, at age 54 following a heart attack, silencing one of the most romantic voices we have ever known. His legacy continues to earn over $5 million through recent documentaries and publishing deals, ensuring his songs still play at weddings and quiet moments everywhere. Luther sang about the power of love, and his music continues to embrace us like a warm hug. He is, and always will be, the voice of romance. Tim Bergling, known to the world as Avicii, was a melodic genius who brought electronic dance music to the global main stage. With hits like Wake Me Up and Levels, he blended folk, country, and house music, creating euphoric anthems that defined a decade of festivals. Tragically, he took his own life on April 20, 2018, at just 28, a heartbreaking reminder of the fragility behind the fame. His estate earns millions from a catalog sale to pop house and consistent streaming, as fans continue to find solace in his uplifting melodies. Avicii lived a life that he will remember, and he made sure we would too. His music remains a beacon of light in the darkness. Frank Sinatra was Old Blue Eyes, the chairman of the board who defined swagger, style, and the Great American Songbook. His phrasing was impeccable, and songs like My Way and New York, New York became anthems of resilience and ambition. He took his final bow on May 14, 1998, at age 82 from a heart attack, but his voice is woven into the DNA of music history. His estate earns over $5 million annually from Sinatra Select whiskey and premium menswear, keeping his sophisticated lifestyle alive. Frank taught us to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and start all over again. He did it his way, and he did it better than anyone else. James Dean was the original rebel without a cause, the embodiment of teenage angst and cool who became a legend with only 3 major films. His brooding performances in East of Eden and Giant captured the restlessness of youth, making him an icon for every generation since. He died in a car accident on September 30, 1955, at only 24, freezing him forever as a symbol of what could have been. His estate earns $5 million a year through high-end licensing and potential CGI film roles, proving his face still sells dreams. Dean represents the fire of youth that burns too hot to last. He is the eternal teenager, forever young and forever missed. Bing Crosby was the original multimedia star, a crooner whose warm bass baritone voice became the comfort sound of the 20th century. He gave us White Christmas, the best-selling single of all time, becoming a permanent guest in our homes every holiday season. He passed away on October 14, 1977, at age 74 from a heart attack. but his voice returns every December to warm our hearts. Earning $5 million annually from royalties, his legacy is as evergreen as the Christmas trees his music celebrates. Bing taught us the power of a gentle voice in a noisy world. He remains the sound of nostalgia, peace, and home. Bob Ross was the soft-spoken painter who invited us into a world of happy little trees and no mistakes, just happy accidents. With his calm demeanor and permed hair, he turned the joy of painting into a therapy session for millions, teaching us to believe in our own creativity. He died on July 4, 1995, at age 52 from lymphoma, but his gentle spirit has found a massive second life online. His company generates revenue through art supplies and Twitch streams, proving that kindness is a commodity that never loses value. Bob showed us that there is beauty everywhere, if we just take the time to look. He painted a legacy of pure joy. Betty Page was the queen of pinups, a model whose playful smile and jet-black bangs revolutionized pop culture and sexuality in the 1950s. She broke boundaries with a wink, becoming a symbol of female empowerment and body positivity before those terms even existed. She passed away on December 11, 2008, at age 85, but her influence on fashion and style is stronger than ever. Her estate licenses successful clothing stores and lingerie lines, keeping her iconic look alive on high streets around the world. Betty taught us that confidence is the sexiest thing you can wear. She remains a timeless icon of daring and delight. Elizabeth Taylor was the last great star of old Hollywood, a violet-eyed beauty who lived with a passion that matched her on-screen roles. From Cleopatra to her tireless crusade against HIV/AIDS, she was a woman of immense talent, courage, and compassion. She left us on March 23, 2011, at age 79 due to congestive heart failure, closing the final chapter of the Golden Age. Her White Diamonds fragrance empire still earns millions, standing as one of the most successful celebrity perfumes of all time. Elizabeth showed us that a star shines brightest when they use their light to help others. She was, and remains, a diamond that lasts forever. From the stages of rock and roll to the quiet corners of an art studio, these 32 legends prove that true impact has no expiration date. They left us more than just money. They left us memories, melodies, and moments that define who we are. Their work lives on, ensuring they are never truly gone. Which of these icons do you miss the most, and whose work still touches your life today? Tell us your story in the comments below. Thank you for watching Celebrity Tribute Hub, and we'll see you in the next video.